俺は忍びだ。
Yo, what's going on, guys? A&M Anime here. It's your boy Alex. We're back again. Let's jump right into the video. You saw the thumbnail. You know what type of time I'm on. Now, before you clown it, like the video before you clown it, or dislike the video before you clown it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that bell for all notifications. And come back again. More content coming, more collabs coming, more cosplays. Ordered a ton of cosplays. We ready? I know y'all like that. So, getting into it. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the question. Is Boruto getting overlooked? Now, this video kind of came about because Boruto's in this weird space right now where we're finally, anime-wise, we're finally in a good spot where we're covering the good stuff from the manga. Now, with that said, this video is mainly on the anime. And the problem is Boruto's in that Dragon Ball Super kind of spot. Except with Super, it was like they were ahead of the manga. Now the manga's ahead because Super's on however long hiatus Toei wants to put it on. But excuse me. But with Boruto, it's like the way they started was too, I don't want to say kiddie, because there were moments in like the first couple arcs where it gave you the Naruto vibe. It's just kind of, it started off a little slow. Like with Naruto, okay, our first literal chapter / episode of Naruto was Naruto stealing a scroll, mastering Shadow Clone Jutsu, seeing a glimpse of the Fox stuff, him taking out a Chunin, and a little backstory. Straight off the bat action. And after that, bell training. After that, the bridge. And then after that, the Chunin exams. It's like constant, it was constant stuff going on in Naruto that kept you on your toes. With Boruto, they were in, see, I fall in this weird spot where I like to focus on them being in an academy. I do enjoy that, but the downside to that is, unfortunately, it's really freaking slow. And it gives off a no danger vibe. It gives off, you know, we're just kind of fucking around. We don't know what we want to do here. And for a lot of people, that's a turnoff. Where you had Naruto, like I said, just straight boom, 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 boom. And then Boruto is kind of like, because unfortunately, with Boruto, they're doing a lot of things that I wanted out of Naruto. And when I say that, I mean, the anime has put a lot of focus on a lot of the other teams. Like for instance, there's an entire team of women, and they have had, I want to say, 2 arcs to themselves, with Wasabi being one of my favorite characters because she's a cat version of Kiba, and that's freaking cool to me. And she's gotten focused with her team at least twice now, I want to believe. Even got a new team member who turns out to be a samurai, who are completely underdeveloped in the Naruto verse. So that's already a bonus point for Boruto for actually remembering that, oh snaps, we introduced samurai late in the game and shipping it. So that's a bonus. But it kind of falls on the coattails of Naruto a little bit too much. Like for example, Ina Shikacho, them following that same pattern, it's fine. That's fine. It's just they focused on it a little bit too much. Like I like how they differentiated. All they really did with the kids was give them their parents' powers. So for the people who got super focused characters from Naruto as both parents. They got both of their powers. So Shikadai, for example, he can do shadows, but he also busts out some crazy cool wind juices. He even used a fan at one point, which is cool. That's really cool to mix it up like that. But then you got somebody like Chocho, who's just using Choji's moves. She used the butterfly form as a child, which was cool. Like, it's cool in a moment, but as a Naruto fan, it kind of ruins. I can see how, not for me, but I can see how it would ruin a perception for Naruto fans where it's like, okay, with Choji, this was like a big thing. And for them to take it away and make it like something simple for her to do, it's essentially the Goten and Trunks situation. Where I know a lot of people, because I'm a Goten fan, so I've seen it, where a lot of people don't like Goten and Trunks simply because it felt like they got everything their parents had to do so easily. So with Goten and Trunks, if you aren't up on Dragon Ball Z, if you haven't seen it, which I wouldn't know how, Goten and Trunks can basically go Super Saiyan as a 7 and 8 year old, whereas it took Goku, half his friends dying, Frieza terrorizing the entire planet. It took Gohan a year in the hyperbolic time chamber to achieve it. It took Vegeta being a big giant crybaby.
There's more than one way to realize the legend. I wanna be a Super Saiyan! I wanna!
To achieve it, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. And then you got these kids who can just, boom, do it. So that's essentially what's going on here, where it's like, these kids are far and above their parents just because. But that said, that happens. Like, that's an anime thing where the next generation is always stronger. So if that's a reason for you to be upset about it, no. Which gets me to my next point, which is Naruto and Sasuke. A lot of people kind of feel like they got nerfed as adults, but I feel like Kishi kind of set that up already, that there are still stronger characters out there. So I don't know, like, where the shock is there. Like, I think a lot of people had this perception that the perception would be right. Let me get that out the way now. Sasuke and Naruto are gods by the end of the manga. Let's not even try to sugarcoat that. They're gods. Basically, they're two strongest in their verse. And the thing is here, I think a lot of people kind of forget that Kishi ended off the manga with Kaguya was scared of stuff. It's not like she was the end-all be-all final villain where she was the all-powerful and they beat her and that's it. Kaguya was building an army because she was afraid. So it's not like there wasn't a setup for there to be stronger villains out in the verse for this manga to continue. That was set up. You may not remember it, you may not like Kaguya. I know people do not want to remember Kaguya. I understand she sucks. She's a terrible main villain. But it was set up to be where, okay, there are further antagonists that can come into play. Now, whether you like people like Jigen, people like Cole, I forget the blue-haired chick name because I hate her power. Her power is so convenient, but we won't get into that. But do I feel like it's getting overlooked in a sense? Yes. Because there's some really cool fights in the anime not involving Naruto and Sasuke. That's another thing that I think a lot of Naruto fans kind of just want to see Naruto and Sasuke or Sakura or Shikamaru, all the older characters. They don't really want to see the kids, which is valid, but we're moving past that now. They had their story, they had their arcs. This is Boruto's time, this is his team, this is his friends' time. So if you still kind of stuck on Naruto, Sasuke, and them, maybe it's not for you, for sure. They're going to be there. They're going to be used, as you can see. Like, the big focus right now is on those two. They're having a fight. They're getting their ass kicked, but they're having a fight. So, I think in that sense, I get it from the Naruto fans, but it's like, their story's over. It ended pretty good, depending on who you ask. But right now, where Boruto is standing right now, I do think it's a little overlooked because there's some really cool fights. Like, Boruto switches it up enough from Naruto to be interesting as a main protagonist. Definitely for me. Like, Naruto's fights always came down to Shadow Clones and Rasengan's. Boruto, for example, he uses Shadow Clones and Rasengan's, but he has wind style, he has water style, he has lightning style. So it's like, already there, we're seeing a different dynamic. We've seen him use really cool creative abilities like his Boruto stream where he'll mix wind in with lightning with shadow clones on top of that. So definitely creative. You got Mitsuki pulling out Sage mode. You got Sarada. She's done more than Sakura. I will say that. She's still underused, but at this point where we are, she's definitely performed leagues ahead of where Sakura was in part 1 for sure. For sure. It's like undebatable. So a little better there, but still underdeveloped as all Naruto women are, unfortunately. But all in all, like, I get it. I get it, Naruto fans. You want to see Naruto. You want to see Sasuke. You don't want to see them nerfed. But the story's over. It's Boruto's time. I think where we can go from here manga-wise is really interesting. I feel like the time skip is coming soon. I know we've all been saying that for like a year now. But I feel like the setup is perfect for them to go train off for a good grip. Get stronger, get some more abilities. We should be seeing that time skip soon. And that's the thing with starting off like your manga or your anime with a skip like that. Like a lot of people now are trying to rush to get to that point. And we don't know if that point is like end of the manga. We don't know if that point is like the middle point. We don't know. So that's the danger of doing something like that, trying to hook people that way. Because it's a hook. You definitely hook. Like I would never drop it because I want to see what happens there because you hooked me. You showed me what could be. And now I have to sit here and wait for it to happen. So, double-edged sword for sure. Double-edged sword for sure. But we'll see where we go. Check it out, man. I think a lot of the things, it doesn't live up to Naruto, and that's the point. That's the problem. It doesn't live up to Naruto. It's not better than Naruto. I will say it. I think we can all pretty much agree there that Boruto as a whole, if we just went off the anime, if we went off the manga as well, it's just not better. Naruto had higher highs. The lows of Naruto, kind of, for me, it was always like Shippuden was a mixed bag for sure. Like the first like 3-4 arcs of Shippuden was pure gas, pure 10 out of 10. And then right after Pain is where it gets a little rocky, but there's still enough highs there for me to give Naruto like a solid 9 throughout its entire run. Whereas Boruto starts off incredibly slow and incredibly plain and incredibly boring. Like the manga doubly so because the teams might as well not be existent in a manga. Like it's just Team 7 and nobody wants to see that duplicated again. So better than Naruto? No. But still worth checking out. I will say that. I enjoy Boruto. I'm enjoying where manga is going right now. We'll see where we go. They kind of won, but they kind of lost. So we'll see. Check it out. Form your all opinion for sure. Twitter likes to. I'm on anime Twitter a lot, and they trash things like Black Clover, Boruto all the damn time. So it's something about them bees. But we'll see. Give it a try. Stick around. We'll see where we're going from here. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for all notifications. Coming again soon. A couple cosplays coming soon. You already know what time it is. Thank you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about Boruto. Let me know what you guys think about Boruto because it's a weird thing where you kind of want to root for it because it's part nostalgia, but it's an underdog. Like a lot of people don't expect anything great from Boruto, which is sad because it's the follow up to Naruto, so you would expect it to be. It's essentially like Korra in Avatar. You expect the follow up to be just as great, and when it's not, it kind of hits you a little hard because you like that prior thing. So we'll see. We'll see if they can pick it up. Kishi is back on the project, which can be good or bad depending on who you ask. But we'll see. That's what I got for you guys. Let me know in the comments how you feel about Boruto. Thank you guys. Peace.